Welcome back to the Daily Venture as I talk about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, which had a $180 million opening weekend domestically and has hauled in $330 million globally so far, and beating the likes of Black Adam, received $151 million domestically, well under one weekend of Wakanda Forever, and $352 million globally, just over that one weekend. Actor Alex Livin Ali, who plays Atuma, has announced the behind-the-scenes sources of the Talakanal People's Salute and Battle Cry, Layak Talakang, which is the translation to Rise Talakang. The phrase is the submerged domain of Talakang's equal of Wakanda Forever, the battle cry and salute used by the Wakandan people. During a video discussion with Cinema Blend, Livin Ali, flanked by Mabel Cadena, who portrayed Namor, indicated how the performers behind the inhabitants of Talakang lobbied for their tagline. That was not part of the original script, Livin Ali displayed. We were like, the Black Panther they have, Wakanda Forever, and it's so powerful. It means so much. And we're very similar to the Wakandans. We need something. So, after a conversation with a language instructor, we came up with Talakang Rises. Livin Ali and Cadena then loudly declared, Layak Talakang, in unison. In the Marvel comic book universe, the anti-hero Namor the Submariner leads the fabled aquatic kingdom of Atlantis. The underwater metropolis emanates its name from Tlalocan, a utopia described in Aztec folklore. However, in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, Namor, played by Tenoch Huerta, oversees the sunken empire of Talakang, often misspelled as Talacan, which Aztec and Mayan civilizations laboriously inspire. Wakanda Forever, the sequel to 2018's Black Panther, centers on a clash between Talakang and the mournful nation of Wakanda, both communities characterized by their want to stay concealed from foreigners. Nevertheless, following King T'Challa's conclusion to bring Wakanda to the world at the back of the last movie, Namor assumes his people are in danger, goading him to take action. The official synopsis for Wakanda Forever reads as follows: in Marvel Studios' Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, Queen Raymunda, Angela Bassett, Shuri, Letitia Wright, M'Baku, Winston Duke, Okoye, Danai Gurira, and the Dora Milaje, including Florence Kazumba, fight to protect their nation from intervening world powers in the wake of King T'Challa's death. As the Wakandans strive to embrace their next chapter, the heroes must band together with the help of War Dog Nakia, Lupita Nyong'o, and Everett Ross, Martin Freeman, and forge a new path for the Kingdom of Wakanda. Introducing Tenoch Huerta Mejia as Namor, king of a hidden undersea nation, the film also stars Dominique Thorne, Michaela Coel, Mabel Cadena, and Alex Livin Ali. Meanwhile, the performer playing the expected principal in Marvel Studios' forthcoming Thunderbolts appears delighted to have a shock cameo in Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. A joyful Julia Louis-Dreyfus published a picture of her with Wakanda Forever director Ryan Coogler, saying, "I love this man." Louis-Dreyfus emerges in the movie as her character Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, now head boss of the CIA. Wakanda Forever again shows Fontaine as the ex-wife of CIA operative Everett Ross, performed by Martin Freeman. In the movie, Fontaine apprehends Ross for discreetly operating with the Wakandans beyond U.S. jurisdiction. Ross is strongly freed from Fontaine's control by former Dora Milaje General Okoye, performed by Danai Gurira. Fontaine's arrival in Wakanda Forever is uncommon in her last MCU appearances, where she is seen gathering a new group of superheroes, or anti-heroes, fated to evolve into the Thunderbolts. Her being there in the movie primarily concentrates on her fears of Wakanda's choices with the country's native vibranium and how the US government can obtain its hands on the precious metal. Louis-Dreyfus' character arrived in Disney Plus's The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, speaking with the discredited John Walker, the fallen substitute for Steve Rogers' Captain America. Fontaine enables Walker to regain his prestige by remaking him as the U.S. agent and drafting him into her assistance, now understood as her result of the forthcoming Thunderbolts. Her next appearance was in the post-credits scene of Black Widow, now reaching out to Yelena Belova, the sister figure of Natasha Romanoff, who had passed away in Avengers Endgame. Fontaine proposes to her the chance to kill Clint Barton, aka Hawkeye, whom she tells Yelena was accountable for Natasha's demise. Yelena certainly goes after Clint in the titular Disney Plus series, but he fortuitously clarifies the fundamental nature of Natasha's end in her sacrifice in assisting the defeat of Thanos. Yelena is also anticipated to enter Fontaine's Thunderbolts. In complement to Wyatt Russell's U.S. Agent and Florence Pugh's Black Widow, Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts is planned to have Sebastian Stan's Bucky Barnes, David Harbour's Red Guardian, Olga Kurylenko's Taskmaster and Hannah John Kamen's Ghost. The group, as created by Fontaine, will probably work at the direction of the US government, similar to the 2016 Suicide Squad run by the group's Taskmaster Amanda Waller. Also, director Ryan Coogler has shown that he carried massively to distinguish Black Panther, Wakanda Forever Namor from DC's Aquaman. In a discussion with Uproxx, Coogler clarified how he and the team moved to extraordinary heights to prove that the villain and anti-hero Namor, played by Tenoch Huerta, differed from the prominent contender's resident aquatic superhero, Arthur Curry. He stated that knowing Aquaman to be such a central hero aided in shaping Namor's character for the movie, letting them emphasize the specialties that caused Marvel's first mutant special, such as the wings on his ankles. I do think that having Aquaman out in the world, in film language, and being successful in the marketplace, I think it was a great bit of indirect guidance for us to lean into the things that made Namor different from Aquaman, Coogler demonstrated. Just out of respect to the audience because a lot of people saw that movie. A lot of people love that movie. It was our task to, obviously, put our heads down and blinders on and make our movie, but also have a sense of awareness of what the marketplace might want to respond to, and might be interested in. Coogler then said delivering something fresh and different to audiences is essential. I think giving people something different, if you can give somebody something good, that's also unique, I think it's always better, he stated. We wanted to lean into the things that make those two characters different from each other because they have a lot of other similarities in publishing. The director emphasized the different elements from the comics the team determined to play up to create Namor, an iconic character in his own right, instead of just Marvel's version of Aquaman. For us, it was like, yo, you got to wear the green trunks. He's got to have his winged ankles. He's got to be relatively arrogant. He has to be long-lived. He's got to be a child of two worlds, not really fitting into either one. He has to be very confident and very dangerous, Coogler stated. In the comics, Namor can always back up what he's saying. Acting as the final film of Phase 4 of the MCU, Wakanda Forever tracks the characters and with the motherland in danger when an archaic submerged danger threatens everything the Wakandans have performed for, a new hero must climb the mantle of Black Panther before everything falls apart. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever is currently in theaters. So that was the news on Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. What are your thoughts on the film? Who is your favorite character? Please subscribe, like this video, and share your thoughts on the movie. Until then, venture onward.